From the field to the studio, to your eyes and ears, we are back. The 816 hour. All the boys got to sit down today, breaking down Chiefs Monday night matchup versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Keegan, Carter, how you boys doing today?
Amazing. It's game day.
Game day,
No
boys.
there's no better feeling than game day. Monday Night Football in Arrowhead.
Come on.
We're living the dream today, boys. We're living the dream.
Telling you.
It's an awesome day. Today we get to witness the Chiefs bury the Raiders.
Uh-oh.
Like that construction worker buried the Chiefs flag under the Raiders field.
Under Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah.
Big fan
Today,
of that.
the Raiders get buried.
I'm here for it. Jumping right into it. Chiefs coming into this game, favored 7.5 points. Over under set at 52 points. Chiefs have won the past 3 meetings versus the Raiders by an average of 23 points. Raiders are coming into this game. They're coming off a 32-23 win over Russell Wilson and the Broncos. Obviously, I'm sure we all share the same feelings on the fraudulent Broncos this year. But Josh Jacobs, he rushed for 144 yards, 2 touchdowns on 28 carries. Derek Carr, he threw for under 200 yards. How you guys feel about going into this matchup?
I feel good.
I feel pretty good.
It's not. I do think the Raiders are better than their record.
Mm-hmm. 1-3 into coming into this game.
But the hard thing is how do they win this game versus Kansas City? And it's the defense has to come through, but the defense it's a little iffy. So, I mean, Max Crosby has been a beast this season. Chandler Jones, 0 sacks.
That's been
so
big.
If those two can do a little bit of something on Orlando Brown and Andrew Wiley, then they can definitely be in this game. But I mean, there's just I don't know. A lot of things have to go their way.
You know, I feel pretty good about this. I think the Chiefs defense can eat Derek Carr up. The Raiders O-line has been a conveyor belt all season. Just guys getting rotated in and out. It's no chemistry there between the guys. I think last week was a fluke week for Josh Jacobs getting 144 yards. I don't think the Chiefs, after shutting down the Tampa Bay run game to 3 yards last week, I don't think they come out and allow Josh Jacobs to run all over them. I just don't. I think it's a good week for the Chiefs.
I agree. I got it. Josh Jacobs ran for 144 yards this last week. The Chiefs have allowed the least amount of rushing yards in the NFL. So I just don't see Josh Jacobs coming into Arrowhead running all over them. And I feel like that's like the only way for the Raiders to maybe win this game because Derek Carr hasn't looked too good, even though you brought in his best friend, Tay Adams. But even, you could say, Tay Adams, he can take over this game and, be a difference maker for the Raiders. But week 2, Mike Williams, he went off, Chiefs win. Last week, Mike Evans goes off, Chiefs win. The Chiefs will let their wide receiver 1 go off, but they're still winning games. That defense is containing everybody else.
Obviously, I mean, like Keegan just said, Chiefs are giving up the least amount of yards per game this season, 65.8 yards a game, rushing the ball. Obviously, tale of two halves when you look at the passing yards. The Chiefs are bottom 5 in most yards given up passing the ball. So obviously, the perfect storm has to happen for the Raiders if they're going to win this game. Yes, offensively, they just need to be hitting on all cylinders. Josh Jacobs, they're going to have to continue to run the crap out of him, continue to just eat up that clock, win time of possession.
30 carries.
Needed. Devontae Adams. I mean, we've seen in the past, Amari Cooper has taken over games against Kansas City. Michael Crabtree in the past did take over games against Kansas City. It's not like hard to think that there is a chance that Devontae Adams comes out of this game, 2-3 touchdowns, 150 plus yards. But like Keegan mentioned, Chiefs defensively, they're okay with giving up numbers to your wide receiver 1. Rashard Fenton, Jalen Watson, depending on who will be matched up with Devontae Adams, that's going to be a big thing.
That is the big thing because the Chiefs don't really have a cornerback to go up and get those guys like Tay Adams, like Mike Williams, like Mike Evans. Those are big guys. The Chiefs don't really have like a big guy like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think they have him with Jalen Watson. I think that he can turn into that bigger bodied corner. I know
they put him on Mike Evans a lot last week.
And I mean, like me and Carter talked about in the Bucks recap, yes, Mike Evans did at times just show that he is arguably a Hall of Fame wide receiver going against a 7th round cornerback that wasn't projected to start and had 2 cornerbacks drafted over him at one point. So, I mean, you just got to look at it in hindsight because, I mean, who he's going up against. But I really think once McDuffie, I know he's slated to come back, hopefully next week. He's another guy that's going to be exciting to see. But the hard thing to look for the Raiders, Patrick Mahomes, he's 7-1 against the Raiders career-wise, 2,550 passing yards. He's averaging 318 a game, 22 touchdowns. He's getting 3 touchdowns a game. He's only thrown 3 interceptions in 8 games against the Raiders. I think he can build off that strong performance last week against Tom Brady and that Bucs defense. The Bucs defense are giving up 253 passing yards a game. So I just think Mahomes, I think he eats tonight. I think Travis gets it working. I know we'll talk about a little bit of that more later in the show, but I'm excited for this game. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. But the thing is, as Chiefs fans, we know feels good. You're going into this Monday Night Football game. Chiefs should win. They drop a stinker and they lose to the Raiders on Monday Night Football. It would be the most Chiefs thing ever.
It's an AFC West matchup, so that's got to be something in the back of your head. I mean, we've seen weird things happen.
Oh yeah, I mean the Raiders are going to come out here and try to shock the world. I mean,
they're going to get the best
underdog
shot
mentality. Mm-hmm. You know, they're going to try to win this game. Yeah. And I mean, I hope it's a game. You know.
Yeah, I'm with you. Going into the injury report, Mike Dana, he was a full participant on Friday with the calf injury, looking like he is questionable to play. Game time decision. Trey Smith, he was a limited participant on Friday, but he's likely to play. And then Juju, he is likely to suit up, but was questionable with a hamstring injury. And Harrison Butker, he was the only notable guy that we had out. For Vegas, Jayon Brown, he's out with a hamstring injury. That's huge for the linebacking core. Big blow there. Then cornerback out of Missouri Western, Sam Webb. Didn't know that the Raiders got him, but he is out with a hamstring injury, as well as Foster Moreau. He's questionable with a knee injury.
The Raiders get Hunter Renfrow back. That's a big one. He's been out with the concussion.
Yeah.
Been full participant most of the week, so they get him back.
L'Jarius Sneed.
Back to the Chiefs game.
Definitely. I mean, I was going to talk about Renfrow in a little bit. He had the two fumbles in that Arizona game. Obviously, first game back since then. L'Jarius Sneed, he's going to have his hands full. I mean, Hunter Renfrow, all-pro slot receiver, great in the return game. Huge for that Raiders offense.
Yeah, I agree.
I got some over-unders for you guys.
Let's do it.
So Carter, starting with you, Patrick Mahomes over under 283 passing yards.
I'd take the over. Take the over on that.
It's tough. I think last week you kind of set the bar low for an over under, and I think he still went under. I'll go over though. It's Las Vegas. I feel like we're gonna be throwing a lot.
Does he put up over 300 passing yards?
I'll go 310, 320, right around there.
Ooh, I like that. Patrick Mahomes, 2.5 total touchdowns. So does he have 3 rushing, passing, receiving? We've seen Zach Wilson receive a touchdown this year. Maybe we see Patty. Then Patty hits the gritty in the end zone.
Andy's bag of tricks. I think he gets 3.
You got 3? Keegan, what do you got?
3 or 4. I'll go 4.
You're 4. You 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go under. I think he gets 2. I think they do. Clyde gets some love. You know, McColl on a jet sweep. Mm-hmm. You know, I think they do a lot of different things where take away touchdowns from Patty.
I was gonna say
if they score a lot, I mean, definitely could hit that over.
We saw last week Noah Gray lining up under center, him taking the QB sneak in. Did you guys see Miami actually ran that play yesterday?
Yeah, I saw they ran it because someone tweeted like Mike McDaniel's a genius, and I'm like, Mike McDaniel did not come up with that play.
I love that. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 18.5 receiving yards. Kind of a lower number, but
over. Smash the over.
Ooh.
Clyde game.
Taking the under.
Under 15.
2-5's going off tonight. I'm telling y'all.
Hey.
2-5's going off tonight.
2-5 got to build off of that big week last week. I'd be here for it. Travis Kelce, 6.5 receptions.
Over.
Like
The Raiders
that.
have no one to stop Kelce.
Then my last one, I know that Jayon Brown being out is ginormous. I think Kelce has a game. Last one I got, Noah Gray, 7.5 total yards.
I'll go under.
Ooh, we got a couple unders.
Kind of a tough one because they could definitely – they have
all it
plays
takes
for,
is one catch.
That's what I'm saying. They have plays for everybody. Noah Gray gets loose for 15. Could definitely see it. But I'm going to go under.
I like that. All right. And then I got a couple points we're going to bring up, and then we can have a little discussion about it. Clyde's workload. I know we kind of mentioned him a little bit last week. He had 19 rushes for 92 yards and a score. Do we see him get 10-plus carries in this matchup versus the Raiders?
He needs it.
Ooh, Carter's shaking his head no.
I know he had a great game last game. Isaiah Pacheco also had a great game last game. I think Pacheco is going to keep eating into
good enough
Clyde's
to start
workload.
him in fantasy? Good enough to start him in fantasy? No?
He's got Odell starting.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm not risking
I had to
a fumble to lose my fantasy week.
I had to. Travis Kelce, 5 of the last 7 games against the Raiders, he's gone for over 90 yards for them. He's gone for over 100. Obviously, like I just mentioned, Jayon Brown is out. Can Divine Diallo, the second-year guy out of Alabama, I want to say, safety converted, linebacker converted safety, does he hold Kelce to under 90 receiving yards?
Nope.
Kelce gets peppered.
Kelce will get 90 with ease.
I like that. The Chiefs I'm here for it. I mean, we saw last week, I want to say he had 8 or 9 targets against the Bucs. I think we continue to see that this week. Chiefs offense put up 41 against the Bucs last week. Raiders defense, they haven't been great. 12 most yards given up per game. Can they keep that rolling? Do we see the Chiefs offense put up over 35 points this game? Not a final score prediction.
I know. Based off my final score prediction, though, I don't have them over 35, so I'll have to say no.
Okay. Carter, you got easily?
I think they could easily get over 35.
I like that.
They could for sure hang 50.
Last one I got, defending Davante Adams. He's seen over 10 targets in 3 of 4 games this year. He has a receiving touchdown in first 3 games of the season, started off with a touchdown, and over 100 receiving yards in 2 games this year. McDuffie, like we talked about, he's not back yet. He won't be back until Buffalo, it's looking like. Can Fenton or Watson step up? Maybe a safety help over top a little bit, but does Davante Adams, does he atop 100 receiving yards this week?
I think he gets over 100.
I gotta know from Carter.
No. With Renfro coming back, that eats into Davante's workload.
Fair enough.
I think he definitely could, but I don't think he will.
They just forced Tay the ball so much that.
Where were you guys when I was drafting my fantasy teams at the beginning of the year? Huge on Hunter Renfro. I was like, Davante Adams is here. Everyone's sleeping on Renfro. He's wide receiver 40. I don't even have Renfro in our league, so I know you guys don't care. But key matchup. What are you guys? Keegan, go first. What is your key matchup that you're looking forward to most going into this game?
I mentioned a little bit at the beginning. What you say?
Saying go Carter if you need me to. If you need a second.
No, I got it. I said it at the beginning, kind of, but the Chiefs D-line versus Josh Jacobs. I mean, I think that's a big thing. For some reason, I feel like the Raiders are going to come in here and they're like, we're going to win this game with Josh Jacobs. That's not going to happen. So, obviously, Josh Jacobs could have finished with 150 yards. I can't predict the future, but coming off that hot, week last week, he's going to want to get carries. Want to keep going, upset Kansas City. Got to stop him. If Josh Jacobs gets going, then you got, you can throw those play action deep passes to Tay, and you got to cover Renfro. Then you got Waller.
We haven't even mentioned Darren Waller.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a headache. Waller just has kind of been nothing really this year. So
been like the rest of the tight ends, not named Travis Kelce in the NFL, to be
yeah.
honest.
So
Maybe Mark Andrews in that conversation. But Carter, no one thing you're looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to the Chiefs run game versus the Raiders D line. I think the Chiefs come out and establish the run game as soon as kickoff starts. I think they just run the ball down their throats the whole game.
But Clyde doesn't see over 10 carries?
Mm-mm.
That's so surprising.
He got you there. Dang, he got you there.
I thought he was going to think for a
doesn't.
second.
I think they get like a 50-50 workload kind of deal. Him and Isaiah.
Get like 20 carries a game.
McCole might get 1 or 2 touches out of the backfield.
Give Sky Moore the touches out of the backfield. I want him to develop into that Debo role so bad.
I feel like I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet.
I feel like we're getting more and more out of Sky Moore. He's seeing more snaps as the weeks go on.
I agree.
Very slowly starting to get him unleashed. For me, maybe. Hey, I got the Chiefs red zone defense against the Raiders. Chiefs ranked 31st in red zone scoring percentage this season. I want to say opponents are scoring on 80% of the time they get into the red zone against the Chiefs. I remember in years past where the Chiefs just couldn't close out games in the red zone. 2017, the Raiders had 4 untimed downs against the Raiders. They just couldn't get off the field. Obviously, Michael Crabtree, he had that, what I think should have been an offensive pass interference push off, but he gets that catch in the front of the end zone. Chiefs lose that game. But the Raiders, I mean, like we've talked about all game, they don't have a bad team. Like Keegan alluded to at the beginning of the podcast, they're a lot better than their record states. I mean, they were up 20-0 against the Cardinals, put up 32 against the Broncos just a week ago as Keegan's yawning. It's game day, Keegan. What are we doing?
No, sorry. They make us wait till 7:15 for this thing.
Golly. I just want to see the Chiefs defense come up with a big stop in a big situation. Maybe Nick Bolton, he's blowing up 3 straight plays on the 1-yard line like DJ was doing in years past. I think with Buffalo in town next week, obviously, hopefully you're getting back Trent McDuffie. That'll be huge. But another great test for this defense. I hope they can just tweak a couple things. I know that Bucs game kind of got closer than I liked it to late.
Agreed.
Garbage time scores and all that, but it seems like the Chiefs defense just kind of takes their pedal off the gas a little sooner than I like for them to do. But I like the Chiefs red zone defense this game. I think it's going to be tested. And that brings me to my last point, boys. Final score prediction. Oh, and wait, he's got something.
Does anyone have a bold prediction? I always like throwing out a bold prediction. Anyone got one?
We have a player of the game prediction for each of us.
Uh-oh. We're all going to give a player of the game prediction? I'm here for that. Give me a second to think.
I'll go first.
I'm going to say I don't got no one.
I think Nick Bolton comes in.
That's like tackles. The 4th straight game you've picked a linebacker.
Okay, I won't pick him.
No, pick Nick Bolton. I love it.
No, I don't want to pick him anymore.
You have to.
L'Jarius Sneed gets 2 sacks this game. That's my bold prediction. L'Jarius Sneed gets 2 sacks.
Big matchup versus Renfro. I like that. Keeg, you want to go next? Or you want me to?
I'll go. My bold prediction. Chiefs defense, 5 turnovers.
5?
5.
It's going to be like last year, and they're just couple kickoff fumbles. My bold prediction. Offensively, we see the first career touchdown from Sky Moore. I think he has his first touchdown. And then defensively, for my player of the game, George Karlaftis records his first multi-sack game in the NFL. I think he finishes with 2 sacks.
2. I love it. Love me some Furious George.
Carlos Dunlap, he's been kind of getting the not breaks, but it seems like he's getting a lot more of those pressures. I think George catches a couple of those breaks, and I think he gets home on 2 of those sacks. What jersey are y'all rocking for this game? I'm the only one not rocking my jersey, but
I got Clyde. I've been rocking Clyde.
You got Clyde bottom on Keegan. Carter, you rocking
Patty.
I love that. I'm trying to decide.
You don't know. What's your options?
I'm thinking either Black Bolton or I could go my black Butker. No, my black Kelsey. I'm sorry, because Butker's out. I could go black Kelsey, or I could go black Bolton.
I would go black Bolton.
Keeg says Bolton. Carter, you got to vote.
Black Bolton.
We got the Bolton as well. I'm gonna put a poll on our Twitter just to see what the fans say. Just see if we get any votes before game time. Go. But boys, final score prediction.
Does anyone have it close?
I've got the Chiefs winning 41-28.
It's not terrible.
I had it 38-28 Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs just a little bit extra.
I got Kansas City 33-17.
I thought you would have had a lot. But the way you were talking, I was thinking a lot closer than that.
No. I got them getting 5 turnovers, so they got to make mistakes somewhere.
That's true. With 5 turnovers, I'm surprised the game's as close as you have it.
I guess that's true. Hey, 5 turnovers. Derek Carr throws 3 picks, 2 fumbles. It can happen.
Oh, it could easily happen. What I'm really curious about is how bad Carter has the Chiefs winning this game.
No, I don't.
He might have the Chiefs.
Carter, at what
70.
point are they just going to turn the game off because it's a bloodbath? Like,
they're
kids
like,
can't watch it.
This cannot be shown on TV.
Third quarter.
Golly,
they stopped watching.
They're pulling fans from the stands to play quarterback and call plays.
Oh, my goodness.
Raiders,
it's going to be like
14.
Uh-oh, they get 2 scores.
Hey.
That's surprising.
Chiefs, 43.
I knew you got it. 43!
43-14. I would love a blowout. Give me a blowout.
I want a game
14.
that I don't have to stay up the entirety of to watch, even though I know all of us will. I want to be able to just be like, you know what? I'm turning this off because I feel good about it. I don't want to be up until 11 o'clock pulling my hair out.
You're going to be.
Oh, I know, and I'm here for it completely. But every game, like I got work tomorrow. I got to be up at 4 a.m, 5 a.m, whatever it is.
A nice little blowout,
Exactly.
I'm not complaining.
No stress, but hey, if the Chiefs catch a late dub, we get the energy flowing into tomorrow. Obviously, that Victory Tuesday vibes, those are going to be flowing nice. Carter, maybe stop and get the pumpkin spice latte for Victory Tuesday.
Oh, man.
Maybe.
Who knows? Keeg, the Chiefs win, you get your pumpkin spice Victory latte?
I don't.
We got to get you on that. We got to get you on
I don't.
That.
Well, I don't like coffee and I don't like pumpkin stuff, so that might be a problem.
Yeah, we gotta have another draft at some point when we're drafting like seasons, and I want to see where Keegan has fall listed in his season rankings.
Fall is top tier,
but he doesn't like pumpkin.
But I'm not a big Halloween guy. I will say that. I will say that, bro.
Yo, okay, we gotta end the pod. We gotta end the pod.
For a new member.
No, I didn't want to say
wow.
it. I didn't want to say
816 Hour is now a 2-member podcast.
Hey,
wow!
Imagine. Huh? Carter?
How we get Carter?
Imagine. But boys, we got anything else? Energy's flowing now. We're feeling good.
I need a dub. Give me a win.
Shout out the socials, Keek. Shout out the socials. Where can they find us?
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Mm-hmm. We may not be 40, but we're on Facebook. It's there.
Taking subtle shots as he goes.
Spotify, Apple Podcast, of course, all at the 816 Hour. Bryson, you got the T-shirt, our merch.
Come on,
just a little bit ago,
That's
but we got some in the works, possibly.
Who knows? Haven't announced anything yet.
Spooktober's upon us.
Yes, sir. Best time of the year. Keep the notifications on. If you guys haven't yet, subscribe, turn the notifications on, rate 5 stars. Unsubscribe, resubscribe, the whole 9, everything you got to do helps us in the algorithm, go up the charts. Share us to your friends. I mean, the more the merrier, the 816 Hour. If you guys want to jump on a podcast, reach out to us. I know we're looking for more people to jump on, talk ball with boys. Yep. We got anything else?
No, sir. Go Chiefs. Let's get the win. Let's get the dub tonight. Next time I see y'all, I better not be coming off a loss. I will be very upset.
Hey, we'll be back here tomorrow recapping the game, win or loss. Who knows? But boys,
loss, I might not be talking to anyone.
Can't say that, you can't.
Might be too bad a mood.
It's okay. We out though?
Yes,
we're out.
Peace.